everyone, welcome back to my channel. So guess what? Today I have an Asselmo video. Yep, that's right, Auditing America's back on my radar. He's now, I guess, missing jail so much that he's visiting jails just to record them. Probably hoping to get arrested, I'm not sure. I think he enjoys jail. I mean, he did do quite a lot of time in prison, which is fairly different from jail. But I think he's trying to get arrested at this point. I mean, he was already arrested once, but I think he's trying to get arrested again. The most views he got on any of his videos lately was his arrest video. So who knows, maybe he's trying to get arrested again because he's getting more views that way. His channel is still dying. It is nowhere near what it used to be. About 8 months ago, he was getting mad views and comments, and money was being thrown at him left and right. Now it's just it's just there. He should have stayed with Whisk Boy. When it was him and Whisk Boy, it was more entertaining. Now that they've broken up, Whisk Boy's channel is just crap. I don't even think it has a pulse. And Asselmo's is barely breathing. So, we'll see. Enjoy the video.
Over there? No? Because I just wanted to know why. Doesn't say no on the report.
Hi. Can we have your name and position here, please? We'd just like to know who we're speaking with.
I'm not speaking to you.
What's your love? Want to know what this is? Not even video taking her.
What was that? He took a picture and then added it to the video to show the back of her head. That made no sense at all. I think he's actually just trying to fill up as much space as he can in his videos. I don't know. And you know what? That doctor, who obviously was a doctor who comes in and checks the inmates when they need medical help, he was right. He's not talking to you. Why are you talking to him? Leave people alone. He's leaving. And even if he was arriving, you getting in his face and asking him a million stupid questions, leave people alone.
Hi. Can I know what's going on? Because everybody's acting real in an odd way. We're photographers. We're taking video. Why is everybody acting weird, ma'am?
I'm kind of offended that you're filming and taking.
This is a jail. There's nothing but cameras here, ma'am. I haven't been disrespectful at all. We were asking about...
First of all, the only thing behaving odd and weird is you. And yes, it is a jail. There's cameras. Guess what the cameras are there for? The safety of people that work there, who walk in there for visits or whatever reason they're there, and the inmates' protection. They are security cameras. There is a difference between your camera and the security camera. The security camera is there for security. If something were to happen, they can go back and review the footage to see what exactly happened or what led up to the incident. You, on the other hand, are just walking around filming things so that you can put it up on YouTube and hopefully make money off of it. There's your difference.
Services from here, actually.
Yeah, but we don't want our pictures or...
Ma'am, you're in a jail.
I understand.
This.
What can we do for you?
Well, I just.
You said
You're talking about feeling offended. We feel a little bit offended.
you said you had questions. What can we do for you?
Here's a thought. If you feel offended, then leave. You have a choice. She does not. She actually has a job. I know you don't know what a job is, Asselmo, so I'll let you know what a job is. A job is what you do when you get up and you drive to the place and then you work and you get paid for it. You've probably never worked a job in your life. That's what it is. She's employed. She is at work. She is supposed to be there. You are not there for work. You are there to harass and bother everybody so that you can get content for a video so you can put it on YouTube and make money off of it. The difference is she belongs there because she's working, and you belong there as an inmate, but since you're not an inmate, you really don't need to be there right now.
Well, how can I get public information on the from this building right here, from this prison?
You can go online.
Well, I'm sure, but if we want, we're here in person right now, so would we be able to obtain information here?
What kind of information do you want? We can't give you inmate.
Public records. You can't get, why not?
I know. What kind of inmate information do you want?
Well, whatever's available to release to the public.
What inmate?
Just in general, we're trying to see what's available for.
To be specific, we need a name.
Well, what if I want?
We have to look it up.
Let's say the salary.
Okay, so what if I want information on the employees that work here? If like for instance, let's say I wanted her name.
That would be
Would be, would she rather?
Oh my God. At this point, Asselmo, you are literally wasting this lady's time. She could be doing her job, but she's sitting there talking to a man-child who won't shut the hell up because he has nothing better to do. You don't even know why you're there. You're just pulling questions out of your ass at this point. You're just, any information. Can you give me any information? Inmate information. Employee information. Like, you don't even know what you want. Before you walk into a place, think. I know that's hard for you to do. I get it. It hurts for you to use your brain. But try. Before you walk into a place, think about why you're there. Also, let me give you a little advice here. Jails are non-public forums. I think I already said that, but I'll say it again. Jails are non-public forums. They are not used for public expression. Okay, so I know I have explained this to you before, but obviously I need to explain it in every video I make about you. But a non-public forum is not specifically designated as open to the public expression. For example, jails, public schools, and military bases are non-public forums, unless declared otherwise by the government. Public expression falls under the First Amendment. This is not a public forum. It is not open to public expression. Therefore, if they choose to tell you to leave and you do not, you are then trespassing. I'm sure that may happen. I haven't seen the whole video yet. I'm hoping that is what happens.
That would be
would she rather make us go the extra mile to do that instead of being nice? Because we don't want to complain on her, but if you know what I'm saying, I just want to know who she was. I can give you my name. That's fine. I understand. And I understand, and I'm trying to be as respectful as possible. But ma'am, there is an occupation called.
If you understood, you'd shut up, you'd leave, and you go to the main office. The woman does not want to give you her name. She does not have to give you her name. As a matter of fact, there is no federal law that states they have to ID to you. You are not there for any specific reason. You are there just to walk around and record and cause problems so that you can get content for a video. You are loitering at this point. And I don't care what any of the frauditors or the frauditor communities or the pro-frauditor fans have to say about the loitering. But that is what you're doing because you are not there on any kind of official business. You have no business to be there. You have no official business to be there. You said you wanted a public record. They told you where to go. Now you're done because there's nothing else they can do for you.
Photographer. There's an occupation called camera guy. So, you know.
Are you with the news channel?
Yes, we have millions of views on the internet. So.
She just asked you if you work for a news channel, and you just said yes. You have lied. You do not work for a news channel. You work for yourself for a crappy YouTube channel that's barely moving at this point. Why do you lie? I don't get that. Why do you lie? Just say no. I run a YouTube channel. I walk around gathering crap for content so that I can start problems with people because nobody will watch my shitty videos unless I cause a confrontation. Just be honest about it.
We're.
No, you're with the internet.
Well, everybody is with the internet, ma'am. Even you guys. You're with the internet. Would you guys say the internet is the news source to find about your news? Your favorite channel is on the internet. Are you a cop? Yes. How you doing today?
What's up, man? What do you need?
I'm just wondering. We are in a public place, right?
Huh?
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm trying to explain to the ladies over here in the front desk that exactly that we're working on we're camera guys, we're working on a video here, but they're acting in an odd way.
Enrique, are you high? You can barely get 2 words out of your mouth. You have no clue what you're saying. You don't know what you're there for. You're either high or you're terrified of the police officer. Because when you were speaking to the lady up front, you didn't sound this fearful. But as soon as you get in front of this police officer, you're all of a sudden stumbling and you can't even get a word out. And you expect people to take you serious? You are the most unprofessional person I've ever seen. I know you like to say that your occupation is what? Now it's photographer. Before it was I'm a journalist working on a story. Stories that never got published or put out. More lies, of course. I don't think you even know how to tell the truth. But if you're going to go in and claim to be a journalist or claim to be a cameraman, by the way, a cameraman always has a reason to be a cameraman, like he's filming something of worth, then at least show a little bit of professionalism. You have none of that because you don't even know why you're there. Other than, hey, let's go to the Brevard County Sheriff's Department or office, jail, and let's see if we can stir up some shit so we can get some content for YouTube because I don't know what I'm doing anymore and nobody's watching my videos. That's the only reason why you're there.
And we're trying to explain to them, hey, I'm not being rude or anything. She is. So it's how can I find out her name? That's all I want, so we can properly complain. You guys.
Your request is super.
What are you complaining about? What have they done to make you need to complain? Nothing. Because all you've done is give them a reason to complain. You have walked in there with no official business, no plan, no idea. You just walked in and started recording. You yourself don't even know why you're there, other than to cause a confrontation.
Supervisor?
Are they here right now?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a detective. I work on the road. I don't work in the jail.
How long have you been a police officer?
I got some stuff you got to take care of.
So what's your name and your badge number, sir?
My name is Agent Winston. My ID number is 4020.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So, we got to call our supervisor now.
Okay.
Let's call our supervisor.
Can we get a supervisor, please?
Please? Great, Ned.
Okay, let's see. So, Asselmo has now bothered the doctor who was trying to leave. He's tried to bother 2 women coming into work, the woman who was already at work, a detective who was obviously doing work there at the jail who is now headed back to his office or whatever he's going to do. He even tried to keep the detective there to answer his stupid, childish questions. Thankfully, the detective was smart enough to leave. So, because Asselmo has no job and nothing to do, he expects everybody else to stop their own jobs and have nothing to do so that they can play games with him. Because that's all this is a game for him. It's a game to see who he can piss off and who he can tattle on if they don't make him happy. I mean, let's just face it, that's all he is. He's a snitch. He's a coward and he's a snitch. If somebody doesn't make him happy, if somebody tells him no, or they don't do what he tells them or wants them to do, he will just snitch on them. Asselmo, Enrique, Auditing America, is a snitch.
So let's go. Grandma, you the supervisor? Yeah. You?
Well, you ladies can enjoy that walk of shame.
Ma'am, can you call the supervisor?
Oh my God. I forgot that he considers people walking to work being a walk of shame. In other words, Asselmo believes that if you have a job and you're going to that job or you're going to conduct your job, then you're having a walk of shame. The reason why is because Enrique's entire life is nothing but shame. That's it. He does the life of shame. And because he does, and everybody else is better than him, and let's just face it, 90% of the population of this planet is better than Enrique, then he's going to tell them that they're shameful, that they're doing a walk of shame. All because these 2 ladies who have a job and were going to it didn't want to stop and converse with the creepy, ugly little man with his phone to his face, recording them. That's how it is. That is Asselmo.
Supervisor, we need the supervisor. She didn't want to be filmed.
Oh, that's not an against filming. She works for the public. Grandma, you the supervisor?
Wow, I have never seen anybody so desperate to go inside of the jail. I mean, if you are that desperate, Asselmo, just get arrested again. Or is that what you're trying to do? Because you know that's the only thing that'll get you the clicks and views that you want.
Can you do it again?
Should you be doing this?
Damn, bro, are you the police?
Are you a supervisor, sir?
No.
Are you the police?
No.
Okay, so come on, bro. You're doing a good job at it.
I'm just a manager.
All right.
Okay, good.
Hey, sir, are you a manager?
Nope.
No.
What do you manage?
My life.
Good. You're trying to manage other people's lives too. I see.
Look at that, Asselmo. Even he has more of a job than you do. Even if all his job is to manage his own life, he still has a job and you don't.
You're watching me. Keep managing your own life, sir. Enjoy that walk of shame.
Again, we have the loser junkie telling other people they're doing a walk of shame. When I guarantee you, at the end of this video, it'll be Asselmo and only Asselmo and his weird friend there doing the only walk of shame you'll see in this entire video.
I can help you everything. I promise you. I'm asking, and it's the law. If they keep on.
Can you tell me what law is that? I'm not trying to be rude, but there's no law that says. I'm just trying to find out her name. That's it.
You are being invasive at this point. You're now sitting there zooming in and getting as close to the glass as you can while this lady, who's, by the way, at work, on the phone. You do know the recording laws in Florida, right? You do know that recording anybody's conversation, whether it be them on the phone or in person, they have to give you consent. It's illegal to record anybody having a conversation, even in public, without their consent. So if you're recording somebody who's on the phone having a conversation with somebody else and not you, that's breaking the recording laws. You might want to look those up for Florida. They're pretty strict in Florida.
Ma'am, are you with the men in black?
Nope.
Women in black? You know, Chase from the Allen report says the men in black are real. So.
Was that the most intelligent thing you could come up with? Oh my God. Oh man. I do love, I'm going to say this, I love how everybody's ignoring him. Because that's what you should do. If you run into Asselmo, just ignore him. It pisses him off more than anything. Just ignore him. Hopefully they ignore him enough to where he gets angry enough to where they have to call the police. Because that's probably what's going to happen. If not, that's fine. Everybody ignored him, and that was the best thing to do.
Oh, give me a comment if you think the men in black are real. What were you saying, Mr. Audits?
You're right. You know,
Oh, goody, another one who can't think.
Hello. Are you videoing me?
Yes.
Why?
Do you work here?
I don't want you to video me.
you can't even see her. She's way messing with me.
Is there a reason why you're wearing a mask?
Because I want to. Don't video me.
Well, on the safe side, you're wearing a mask. I can't see your face.
Yeah, but don't video me. I don't want you to do that.
Well, ma'am, you see from those stores over here, it's called Freedom. So I understand that you're the nurse from the jail, but over here, I don't need your services. Thank you. Or your advice.
But you're here videoing me.
That's because you're in a jail. There's nothing but cameras
But
here.
I'm not giving you my consent. I don't want you to video me.
This is a public place. Are you a public? Do you work for?
Technically, it is not. It is not a public forum. You can actually be trespassed at this point.
Are you a public employee? Uh-oh. How's it going? Can I get your name and badge number, please?
No.
Please, name and badge number.
No, I don't understand why you're doing this.
Well, sir, you're at work. And if you're in uniform,
I'm off work now.
it doesn't matter. You're in your official capacity right now. You're wearing your uniform. You have to identify. We're right here at your.
And Asselmo, here you are wrong yet again. He does not have to identify himself to you at all. You're not in any real interaction with him. There's no investigation. You haven't been pulled over. You're not involved in anything that has to do with the police. You're just shoving your camera in his face and demanding he IDs, when in fact he is wearing a nameplate. So if you really, really need to know his name and his badge number, it's right there on his chest. You can read it. And before I hear him say, well, is that what you would tell a judge? You are not a judge. Here's something the courts say about police officers identifying themselves. In general, police officers aren't legally obligated to disclose their identities or the agencies they are affiliated with, even if you ask the question to them directly. Although certain municipalities might require officers to identify themselves if asked by the public, there is currently no federal statute that actually requires officers to disclose such information. Generally, federal law enforcement conduct is guided by the internal regulations of the specific law enforcement agency the officer is affiliated with, or when federal officials are not involved, the regulations of local police departments. As a result, most litigation analyzing whether law enforcement officers are obligated to disclose their identities emphasize two scenarios. If an undercover law enforcement operations and the potential for entrapment, then yes, they have to ID. And if there's search and seizure cases where an individual's Fourth Amendment rights may have been violated, they have to ID. Other than that, just because some disgusting junkie comes up to them with a camera in his face, demanding to know his identification, no, he does not have to give it.
These all day long, sir.
No, I don't.
You're a cop, bro. How many times have you done
I work
that?
at the jail. I know the people I work with.
Are you just are you a regular?
Yes, I'm a corrections deputy.
Okay, so there's no regular correctional officers here. This is ran by the sheriff.
Yes.
Is that a better thing to do than having correctional officers? You would think.
I don't know. I've only worked here.
If they fight, do you press charges on them personally?
No.
Can you tell us what the Third Amendment is?
No.
Is that because you don't know it, or you choose
I
not to?
don't know it off the top of my head.
Okay, sir. Well, thank you for your honesty. That's right.
That's okay, officer. The only amendment he could manage to memorize is the Third Amendment. I'm not sure why, but that's the one he chose. And that's the one he's going to ask police officers every time he gets in contact with them, mainly because it does not apply to police officers.
Sir, you did take an oath to protect these rights. So there's no way you can do that if you don't know them. But no soldiers in our home. That's what the Third Amendment is.
And again, it does not pertain to police officers. He may know all the rest of them, but that third one is not one that he really needs to know. I don't see us in active war within our country where soldiers are needing to come into our homes. He's also not a soldier. He's a police officer. So he really doesn't need to memorize that Third Amendment. But it's just something that Asselmo uses to sound like he is educated when he actually is not.
If an unconstitutional order is given, it's your duty as a cop, as a sheriff, to, disobey that, sir. You take care, all right?
Not one thing in that sentence made any sense at all. I am now convinced that Asselmo is extremely high when he did this video.
Thank you, sir.
ID refusal from that guy, although he's wearing a.
Yeah, but you know they're scared of us, bro. The whole thing.
Yeah, you can tell your weird little friend back there, who's obviously intoxicated as well, that nobody's scared of you. And he did not have to identify at all. Anyways, this is the end of the video, and this would be Asselmo doing his famous walk of shame, as he does at the end of every video. Wait a minute. He tries to enter one more building.
Well, it's closed.
If Asselmo knew how to read, he would have seen the sign above the doors that said, Inmate Visitation. It's probably not visiting time, so the doors would be locked. And unless you're actually there visiting, then you're not going to be allowed inside. But then again, this is Asselmo. He does not use his brain, and when he tries, it hurts him. So anyways, that was a new video by Asselmo. I mean, he's still not making any content that's worth watching, but he's still running his mouth, and he still doesn't know what he's talking about. So, I covered it. He will never know what he's talking about. He just, like I said, he tries to think. The poor thing literally tries to think. But there's no activity up there. No matter what he does, he's not going to be able to put out an actual thought. And everything else he says is nothing but opinion anyways. I mean, why does Asselmo keep harassing people? The government officials. He loves to harass police officers, deputies, and security guards. Like, I get why he doesn't like police and sheriff's deputies. It's because he blames them for him getting caught with all his crimes and having to do prison time. I get that, but why doesn't he like security officers? Did a security officer hurt his feelings at one point in life and now he has to go and harass them as well? Or is it just because they're wearing a uniform? I'm not sure. But Asselmo is Asselmo, a deadbeat junkie who's a criminal, and he can't get over the fact that the police actually made him accountable for all his crimes. So he's going to spend the rest of his life throwing a fit and pouting instead of doing something with his life. I am pretty sure Asselmo has never had ambition, even one time, growing up or in his adult life, other than to break the law. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you in the next one. Take care. Be safe. I love each and every one of you.